Alright then gang, so we're working through this controller file and we've created 3 of the functions: get workout, get a single workout, and also create workout. So we've got delete a workout and update a workout left to do. So let's start with deleting a workout. So we'll create a constant, we'll call this delete workout, set this equal to an async function where we're taking the request object and also the response object, and inside here, what are we going to do? Well, the first thing we need to do is grab the ID from the route parameter, because again, if we take a look at the route for a delete request, it's /ID. So we need to grab that, and remember, we get it from the request object like this, request.params. So let's grab that and paste it down here, like so. So we have the ID. The next thing we need to do is make sure that is a valid ID, much like we did up here when we tried to get a single document, because if it's not valid and we don't do this check, it's going to throw some kind of internal error. So let me copy this and we'll do the same if check down here. Alright, so after that, then once we know we have a valid ID, we want to try and delete that thing, right? So what we'll say is const workout is equal to await and then workout, which is the workout model, and to delete one we say find one and delete, like so. And then inside here as an argument we pass an object and we say what parameter we want to base this find on. Now our objects have ID parameters and we have an ID right here, so we can base it on that parameter. But in Mongoose it's not just an ID property, or rather in MongoDB it's not, it's underscore ID. That's the property name. Alright, so I can say find the document and delete it where the underscore ID is equal to the ID that we have right here. And that returns then a response, which I think is the document that was deleted. So after we've done that, what we want to do is another if check to say, look, do we have a workout? Because if it didn't find one and delete one, this will be null. So much like we did a check up here, to say, look, do we have a value for workout? And if not, return a response with this error. We'll do the same thing down here. So let me copy that and come down here. And I'm going to paste it right here. So if we don't have a workout, then we're going to basically just send back a 400 status and an error. Now, if we do have that workout and we delete it, then we'll send back a different type of response with a status of 200 to say everything's okay, and then also some JSON, which is going to be the workout we just deleted. This thing right here, okay? So that's that function, and also we can export it down here, delete workout. Now we could test this right away, but instead what I want to do is create this function first of all. So let's do a function for that called update workout. All right. Set that equal to an async function, taking the request object and the response object. And then inside we want to, first of all, get the ID again, because again, for a patch request, we get this thing right here, the route parameter. So let me grab, in fact, both of these things right here, because we need to grab the ID and then check the ID is valid. So we'll paste those in here. And then we want to try and update it. So the way we do that is by saying const workout, which is the response, set that equal to await, take the workout model, and then we use a method called find one and update, like so. And then we pass through 2 arguments right here. The first argument is the find criteria, which is the same as this. We're basing it on the ID that we have right here. So let me paste that in, like so. And the second argument is an object which represents the updates that we want to make. So remember, each of our documents has 3 properties that we set: the load, the reps, and also the title. So we could, for example, just pass through an update for the title to update it to ABC. Now what this would do is update just this field and it would leave the other 2 fields alone, okay? Now when we send a patch request, this thing right here, and it finds this function, we're going to send data with that request, much like we did for a post request, and that data is what we want to update. So we might send along a JSON object with a title property and also a reps property, right? So those 2 properties then would be updated down here. Now remember, the way we get the properties that we send on the body is using request.body. So the request.body would look like an object with those two properties. So all we need to do is say request.body right here, but this is an object, so we need to spread the properties of that object right here, and they would be spread into this new object right here, okay? So whatever properties are on the body, we'd output those in this update object, and it's going to update those on that particular document. All right, so same again, we need to do a check for the workout. So I'm just going to copy this to make sure there was one of those workouts. And if there's not, then we're going to send this back, no such workout. And if there is, then we want to return a different response. So response.status, set that to 200. And we're going to send back as JSON the workout that was just updated right here. Okay. So now all we need to do is export it right here, update workout, like so. We can save this file and go back to the routes file, and we need to import those things. So delete workout and update workout as well. And then we can reference them here. So delete workout, like so. And right here, we need update workout, like so. All right, so fingers crossed, this should all work. I'm going to open up this. No errors there, always a good sign. Now let's try this in Postman. All right then, so inside Postman, we need a delete request first of all. And in fact, no, we'll start with a patch request. So we need an ID to work with, and to get that, we'll just get all of the documents. So let me send this request and grab this one. So we want to update the bench press, and we'll just change the reps to 50 instead of 40. So let me cross this off and then go back to the patch request, and I'm going to paste in that ID right here. So this is the document we want to update, right? So, oops, this is post. We don't want that. Let me get rid of this and close this off. We don't want to save this. Go to the patch request and paste in the ID right here. Okay, so the body right here needs to be raw JSON, and it's an object. And the only property we want to update is going to be the reps, which is going to be set to 50 instead of 40. So if we send this, hopefully we'll get that workout back. So we can see that. We can see we get the document back, but it's the original value over here, 40. So it retrieves that, but we want to also make sure now that this has been updated. So let's go back to this one to get all the documents and press send. And if we try and find bench press, now we can see the reps is 50. Awesome. So that's worked. Let me just save this request right here. Now we want to try and delete one, and we'll delete that same one. So I'm going to paste in the ID right here. So remember, it was the bench press, was it? This one right here, bench press. So that should have gone after we send this delete request. Send it, and we can see, yeah, it sends us that document back. So it looks like it's worked, but let's just check. I'm going to send this request, and now we can see that that document no longer exists. We have successfully deleted it. Awesome. So we've created all of our controller functions now. We have all of our routes which reference those controller functions. We have our model for the workout documents. And also inside the server, we register all of the routes to this route right here, /API/workouts. So everything is pretty much done for now on the back end. We've created our API and all of those endpoints seem to be working. Now the next step is to create a front end, which is going to be a React app that can interact with this backend, so it can send requests to the different API endpoints to get data or post new data or update data, etc. And that's what we're going to start in the next lesson.